My beloved child, I see the weight you've carried, not just for days or months, but for years. Years of showing up when your heart felt like it could barely hold on. I know the battles you've fought in silence, the ones no one else saw, where you smiled through the pain while waging war within. Your faithfulness has not gone unnoticed, but I also see the exhaustion, the spiritual scars from nights spent in prayer, hoping against hope, enduring delays while whispering, "I trust you, God." I'm not a distant observer. I am the God who has walked with you through every moment, and I declare to you now, this battle ends with my glory resting upon you. You were never meant to live in endless warfare or under unrelenting pressure. The struggle had a purpose, the valley a reason, but it was always meant to be temporary. You've walked through a refining fire not to be consumed, but to be revealed. Now that the fire has done its work, I am bringing this cycle to a close. The war that tried to break you will become the stage where my presence shines. The place that nearly shattered you will be marked by glory. Not defeat, not shame, but glory. This is a sacred moment of confrontation, for I must first unravel the lies the pain wove into your heart, the quiet thoughts that whispered, "This is all I am now. I'm stuck. I'm only meant to survive." No, my child, that is not your truth. That is not who you are. Your story does not end in survival. I'm awakening something deeper in you beyond coping, beyond mere strength. I am stirring your soul with truth. You are not the broken version the pain tried to leave behind. You are my vessel called holy ground. The battles you've endured have not diminished you. They have expanded your capacity. Hear me, you are not a casualty. You are a carrier of my glory. The fire did not destroy your anointing, it unveiled it. The wilderness did not delay your destiny, it deepened it. You may not look like what you've been through, but you carry power because of it. I planted treasures in you during the struggle, lessons that can only be lived, not taught. Now, as you emerge, I am releasing you in ways only my glory can explain. This is not fleeting emotion or empty hype. This is divine reality. The pain was not pointless, the resistance not a sign of failure. It meant you carried something precious. The enemy's attempts to crush you now stand as proof of how fiercely I've preserved you. You stood firm. You pressed forward. You fought for your faith. Heaven is responding. The glory I am about to pour out comes not through ease, but through your endurance. But first, I must speak to the part of you that still flinches, that braces for another blow, that learned to shrink because being seen felt too risky. I know how the battle shaped your prayers, made them defensive. Now I am shifting your stance, from defense to dominion. You are not hiding from the enemy. You walk in the authority of the King. You are not dodging pain. You are sent with healing. You are not bracing for disappointment. You are preparing for fulfillment. You've watched others rise while you lingered in shadows, feeling overlooked as they were lifted up. But hear me, I was not passing you by. I was protecting what I placed in you. What I'm building through you is not ordinary. It required time, depth. Now the time is fulfilled, and the revealing begins not by your strength, but by my glory resting on you. So breathe, my child. Let your shoulders fall. The fight is over. You don't need to prove you survived. I know the cost, the losses. Now I will show you what I've stored for you. Recompense, restoration, beauty from ashes, joy after mourning, honor after the long night. I've stored glory, not just around you, but on you. This battle is finished. It ends not in weariness, but in glory. Not in defeat's echo, but in the weight of my presence settling over your life. You will not limp out of this season. You will stride out radiant, shining with the testimony, God was with me all along. Those who saw you break will now see you blaze, not with burnout, but with fire from my throne. This is not a tidy conclusion. It is a new dawn, marked not by battle scars, but by the glory that crowns the faithful. That is you. You stayed, you endured. Now I am pouring out my glory, as I declare this battle's end and affirm the victory sealed over you. I want to reach into the places where you still wrestle, not with me, but with your sense of worth. You've trusted me for breakthroughs, for protection, but now I need you to trust what I say about you. The war twisted how you see yourself, made you question if the struggle lingered because of some flaw in you, some lack of faith or strength. Those thoughts creep in, trying to take root. But I speak now, not to scold, but to reveal. The battle did not define you, it unveiled you. And what I see makes me proud. I saw you stay when giving up was easier. Believe when silence stretched long, rise each day not from strength, but from knowing I am God. I heard every quiet prayer, felt every unshed tear, counted every act of obedience. I never judged your weakness or measured your worth by performance. I saw a heart wounded yet willing, trembling yet surrendered. You weren't punished, you were preserved. You are not a disappointment. Let that truth shatter shame's grip. Silence the lie that you must always be strong to be useful. You are not too emotional, too slow, too complex. You are precisely who I chose on purpose. The process didn't disqualify you. It confirmed your calling. You thought your faith was small? No, it was real, showing up in weakness, lifting hands through tears, leaning in when boldness faltered. That's who you are. I know you've compared yourself, felt left behind as others advanced. You've wondered, did I miss something? You didn't. What I'm building in you is not for comparison, but for consecration, uniquely yours. Unhurried, unduplicated. You're not behind, you're being built. You're not overlooked. You're being lifted on a foundation no storm can shake. So come close again, not to earn my love, not to prove you've done enough, but as one already held. Bring me the real you, tired, hopeful, healing. I know you've carried more than you admit, led while bleeding. Long to be seen beyond your role. I see you past it all, and you are precious to me. Let me hold you, be your rest, not just your rescue. You don't need to keep moving to matter, fixing to be faithful. Return to alignment, to affection. Let me remind you who you are. Not just in your gifts or calling, but in your essence. My child, my friend, my vessel, my image bearer. I miss your stillness, your heart's quiet leaning, your joy in simply being with me. Let me restore that simplicity. Clear the noise, make it clear again. I'm not rushing or scolding you. I'm inviting you back to us, to a place where I pour glory not just on you, but in you. What I build next will thrive only in a soul that knows it is safe, chosen, loved. You're not a soldier limping from war. You're a son, a daughter, returning to the arms of the one who never left. I will refresh, remind, rebuild you from rest. This is my invitation. Not to prove, but to let me love you into wholeness. No pressure, no performance, just presence. I'm here calling your name with joy now. My child, having spoken to your true self, not the survival-shaped shadow, but the one I've always known. I want to revisit what broke you, not to reopen wounds, but to redeem them. Before I lead you into the release I've prepared, I must clear the residue of misinterpretation, the belief that your pain was your story's end. I want you to see your hurt through my eyes, not through fear, failure, or abandonment. I was there in every moment, every doubt, every unanswered prayer, every reckless hope. I didn't watch from afar as you were wounded. I was with you. Yes, I allowed pain not to punish, but to prepare. You asked for growth, strength to be used, but you didn't yet know the depth required. Glory weighs heavy on untested hearts, so I permitted the season to shape, not harm you. I didn't cause every heartbreak, but I've claimed them all. I didn't orchestrate every betrayal, but I've overruled their outcomes. I didn't create the injustice, but I'm repurposing its impact. For I am the God who wastes nothing, not delays, not dark nights, not confusion, not silent cries, not even the moments you'd rather forget. I've woven it all into a story not of loss, but of redemption. Your tears weren't weakness. They showed a heart still soft. Your breakdowns didn't disqualify you. They revealed your surrender. Those long nights didn't mean I wasn't listening. I was closer than ever, holding you where no one else could. I sought your honesty, not your perfection. I anoint surrender, and your silent yielding has become your authority in this shift. Pain exposed what you truly believe, stripped away the surface, tested what your heart clings to when answers fade. I allowed it not to make you suffer, but to meet you in the raw, real place where religion couldn't hide you. Your broken prayers let me deeper, and now I answer not just with relief, but with revelation. Your trials didn't lessen you. They made you more tender, perceptive, rooted, compassionate. What I've built in you is unshakable. You don't just have a story. You carry weight, history with me, wisdom that breaks chains. You don't need to explain your journey. The power you hold speaks for itself. I know questions linger, Why this way? Why the abandonment, the closed doors, the loneliness? I may not detail every answer, but I will show you the fruit. When you see others healed through your scars, freed because you stayed soft, doors open that were once locked, you'll know nothing was wasted. My glory is your covering, and this is only the beginning.